And I think a decisive political change which took place in May 2014 brought about many significant developments thereafter. Indian economy got opened up significantly. And while we were opening up, in sector after sector, it became clear that India and Indians had become increasingly aspirational. Therefore, most of these decisions, let alone faced no resistance, quite to the contrary, they enjoyed popular support. A new India had emerged, and which is evident from the fact that while the world is moving slowly today, and you hear voices of protectionism in developed world, the debate over protectionism is hardly heard in India. People expected transparency. So one of the emphases of the government and the Honorable Prime Minister was that discretions had to be eliminated. In fact, a lesson to be learned from the last government, the previous UPA government, was that in matters of distribution of economic privileges and largesse, when governments and ministries enjoy discretions, they inevitably land you in controversies. And you spend your political tenure fighting those and firefighting those controversies, rather than being able to use the resources available with the government. India came back on the global radar. Our macroeconomic data started looking up. And I think time had now come to clean up the table and take several important decisions, each one of them, if you link it with one another, added to the strength of the Indian economy. For how many years have we debated that our monetary policy must be decided by a committee? We implemented the law, we've amended it, implemented it, it's now in execution. India did not have an adequate exit law, and therefore the speed at which we enacted and had it approved and set up the institutions under the insolvency and the bankruptcy law, the whole exercise got completed within the calendar year last year. Since 1996, we had been repeatedly negotiating and renegotiating all the treaties, the double taxation avoidance treaties with countries, which in effect were facilitating round-tripping of money. And during the last calendar years, we renegotiated and rewrote the Mauritius Treaty, the Cyprus Treaty, the Singapore Treaty, which was a part of the government's larger desire that the shadow economy should not be allowed to prosper. It took a considerable amount of effort to build up consensus to pass the constitutional amendment on the goods and services tax, which we were successful in passing it in Parliament. After every budget, you heard academic debates about rationalization of subsidies. For decades, not a single step had been taken in that direction. Last year saw the Aadhaar law being passed, being implemented, and significant steps in many areas using the facility of unique identity to rationalize subsidies, effect considerable savings, and target the benefits only towards those for whom the benefits were conceived. And if we look at a number of these steps in totality, and de-link them from each other, analyze each one of them and then collectively analyze their impact. Where are they going to lead India over the next few years? Obviously, difficult decisions initially pass through difficult phases. Historic decisions which have long-term advantages to the country can also have a temporary transient pain attached to them. We are substantially, in terms of taxation, a non-compliant society. Many of our commentators, columnists in developed countries who've had the opportunity to comment on these decisions in India, analyze it from a point of view of their experience in societies which are substantially tax compliant. And therefore, a number of these steps which have been taken are going to be significant because they are going to change the pattern in which India and Indians are going to live and spend in future.